We tapped in right now with the good brothers. You've paradigm shifting activities with the great gods. I got my brother Ben X or Rizza Islam here, and also my brother Bashir Music. Right now, we just tapping in with the people, just doing the check and see where your frequency is. What we do consistently is we travel around, and right now we're on the tour of changing the paradigm, which looks like changing the habits that people have, changing those old reference thoughts so that we can get to a more futuristic place as a civilization. And the civilization I'm talking about as a collective people on the same frequency, putting our energy towards the solutions and not being distracted by the problems. So I know we sort of letting the show just freestyle and we just doing drops and we just speaking to the people as we check in. Brother Riz Islam, I want to know from you is if there's one thing that you have 5 minutes to tell someone or 1 minute to tell someone, what would it be?
The topic would be unity, and the frequency on that will be urgent right now. It needs to happen as of last year. That means the coming together with as many solutions for as many problems to rectify the lives of as many people across as many states, continents, countries, what have you, in no limit of time. As my brother was saying, we like to focus on the problems, and that is very nice. That's cute. That's tradition, because we all know the problems. I think we can all come up with at least a good 30, 40 problems that affect us as a people today. But the topic that has never really been focused on for the majority has been unity and solutions. And that is exactly what we are shifting things into right now, which is coming together, solving problems, changing the condition, and evolving into a new condition and a new paradigm.
So, BNX, right now, there's somebody that you got to say, right? But this man only has a short attention span. He's only going to listen to you for a quick amount of time, and you have to say something very quick in order to get his attention, in order to change his mindset, or at least to put him on that journey. What would that be? How would you start that off?
Well, I will first by saying, brother, listen, there is no mystery God. And to prove that there's no mystery God, anytime that you've been hungry, you went to the refrigerator. Anytime that you've been thirsty, you went to the refrigerator, you got yourself something to drink. If you ever need some money, you either started going outside working for somebody, you ask somebody else, which is a human being, for money. So first I'm going to tell them to tap into the God within, which means they have the power and force within, and then prove to them how I'm able to do it, as well as first being an example and show them and give them the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding how to get out of their own situation, because I can tell them all day the solutions, I can tell them all day many information, but if they don't understand it and digest it and understand that they have that power to change their own condition, it'll never work.
Whew, you just changed my life, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm about to be one of you conscious brothers. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got my brother Bashir over here, man. I wanted to throw some information on, just wanted to get the current state of music and the frequency of music is detrimental to higher consciousness. And I say it's detrimental because it doesn't allow the young boys and the young women to control themselves and have a self-willed and a self-determining mind. So I wanted to know, what is it in your music and what is a reason that a person should listen to you? Because when they listen to you, whether you know it or not, whether you want to it or not, you become a leader because you control their frequency.
I was born with the knowledge of self, so anything that I create is going to come from that same frequency of thought. So even when I create a song that's about R&B, I'm always incorporate my knowledge of Islam within that song. And my frequency is always going to be tapped in with a higher frequency because my mind is always on a higher frequency. I don't know if you used a certain a charger cord that's not really for your device. It takes a much longer time for your device to get charged up. When you're using that actual charger cord that's for your device, which is for your frequency, your device charges up way quicker than it would with a faulty device. And it's the same way with music. When you get charged up with that lower frequency, you stay stuck. When you making music that's for the higher mind, it's for the higher conscious, it gives you energy.
Just like he said, as the music will charge you up and give you energy for your higher mind. You know, they don't think brothers like us use words like kundalini and stuff like that. And it's been something that we laugh and joke about, but our language can relate to all because it's a universal language. You know, and the language and the way of life that we live is based on the way of life. It's not based on a paradigm of religion, but it's based on a way of righteous living. And it's universal language that we speak, and the things that we're taught means that every other portion of reality and every other knowledge is grafted from this, and this is grafted from that in a sense. Meaning that, you know, if you're a yogist, if you're an atheist, if you're a Buddhist, whatever you are, in these teachings that we learn and the things that we speak, there's going to be parts of that branch knowledge that you have, but you could get from the source root. So when we talk about our higher mind, we talking about those kundalini forces. When we talking about doing salats, it's not the same as doing a yoga, but it does give you to that prana breathing. Now, what I'm going into right now is saying that there is no limitations of the knowledge that we have. It allows us to walk into all schools and still be masters, teachers, leaders, thinkers. So I know that my brother Rizza Islam can go on a multitude of topics because there's no limitations. There's no paradigm that says, okay, this is the wall. Don't go no further. You can't ask any questions behind this. You can't go into this depth of knowledge. That doesn't exist in our paradigm. There's nothing that Brother Ben can learn is going to be some superior knowledge and be like, damn, I got to get rid of what I knew before. We tapping into the paradigm of learning universal knowledge to solve specific problems, and a specific problem is the plight of black people in America. And once we get control of our frequency and we dominate that, then we will change what the paradigm is to something that's more righteous and tuned. And until then, we gonna keep on shifting.
Peace.
Peace.